Good morning, friends, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. Let's see what tea we have in my Advent tea calendar this morning. Oh, so it's a long one. So the ones that are longer pockets are matchas, I'm pretty sure, because my mum did order a few matchas, and when I was filling them, they fitted in these sort of longer stockings the best. So I do know that they're matchas, but I don't know what flavour they are, so that's a little surprise. So number 4, yeah. Oh, it's a pure matcha. Oh, I actually am quite in the mood for a little matcha latte. There you go, I think that's better lighting. So I don't think I'll have it this morning because I have tried to have a matcha latte first thing in the morning, and it was just a little bit too, my stomach was just not so happy with it. It was just a bit too strong for first thing. So I think that because we're going to Stockbridge this morning for a little walk and visit some shops, I think it'll be so nice to come home when I'm feeling a bit cold and maybe a bit tired from the walk. I'll have my matcha latte then. I think that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so now let's go make something to eat before we head off. So since I'm not having my Advent tea first thing in the morning, I was trying to decide what to have, and I remembered that my friend brought me back a tea from Australia, and it is T2's Sydney Breakfast Blend, and it has bergamot in it, and I was just thinking that that's quite sort of a festive scent to me. It smells really lovely, so I think I'm going to have that along with my toast this morning. So I can't remember if I mentioned yesterday the reason I'm going to Stockbridge this morning, but basically Treen, a lovely vegan lifestyle fashion store, invited me along, and a few other Instagrammers as well, to promote St. Stephen Street's holiday stroll. So it's taking place on the 5th, which is when you're watching this, and it's an all-day event, and I think there's about 12 stores taking part. Just spotted a wreath, I'll come back for it later. 12 stores taking part, so there'll be lots of festive activities and treats in those stores, but also if you visit 5 of them and you get your stamps on the card, which I'll show you when I get there, you'll get a lovely little surprise present at the end at Treen. So that sounds like such a nice little event. So I'm going along today, visit 5 stores on the list, create a little reel which I'll post this afternoon, I think. So that is the plan for this morning. And I also am in the mood for a cinnamon bun, so I might stop into Soderberg. I was going to call him Peter's Yard, that's a blast from the past. I bought a book. How exciting. I know that I said I was on a book buying ban a few videos ago, but that book has been on my list for a while after hearing somebody else on YouTube recommend it, and it's a wintry book, so I think it's going to be perfect to read this month. It's also floppy, which I think it's probably either Canadian or American bound, and I just think that they're just so much easier to read. Anyway, I have one more shop to do, Treen, and then I'll be heading, well, not heading home, but I'm not sure actually. So I'm feeling a little bit peckish, so I'm going to go and try and find something to eat and then head back to Treen and hopefully film Treen, and then that's me done with my duties for today. Well, that was delightful and much needed. Sorry about the noise in the background there, but yeah, I don't know if you could tell in the last clip. Oh, there's a wreath. Hang on. I don't know if you could tell in the last video, but I was getting a little bit shaky and I feel like my sentences weren't really making a whole lot of sense because my sugar levels were quite low, so feeling so much better. So I thought before we head back to Treen and see if the cards have been delivered and film Treen as well, I thought it'd be nice to just have a quick little wreath watch since we're in Stockbridge. I don't know if it's a little bit early still, but we did see one there and I see one across the way, so let's go and have a look. It's meant to be, it's a number 4, how perfect. I'm gonna get my camera out now for Advent Wreath Watch on my Instagram. I'm passing the Scotland Street little library on the way home. I feel like it'd be rude not to check. Oh wow, this is so slippy here. time to head home and edit the reel that I filmed, and then have a nice cup of tea, maybe my matcha actually, maybe make my matcha latte. So it's a little bit later in the day, and that's actually a huge understatement. It's currently 11:44 at night, so it has been quite some time since I filmed the last clip that you just watched. But basically, once I got home, I spent a good wee while, I think maybe even, it took so much longer than I was expecting actually. I think it might have took like an hour and a half to edit that reel. But anyway, it's up. I had a very frustrating time with the captions on the reel, but it just wouldn't work. So I just had to roll with the errors. And then I had some dinner, and I've just been doing a little bit of editing, and I wanted to finish the video off properly though, because I'm so excited with my new book that I got today. It's a young adult book. I occasionally read, it's sort of like comfort reads, but I really like either reading or listening to the Famous 5 books, which are the first books I probably ever read and just really loved. I had and still have so many of the books, and they're just so comforting to me. So I wasn't really put off because I know that I enjoy the Famous 5, and when I was reading this, it is a step, like quite a few steps up. Sometimes, well, the Famous 5 is meant for kids, so the language and grammar is a lot simpler, but I'm so far really enjoying this, so I'm going to hopefully finish it this month. I also ended up getting something small from, are they called O Chocolate? I didn't end up filming much in there, basically because I forgot. It was something that I wanted to get for somebody, and when I was passing the shop, I was like, oh, I'm just going to pop in and get it now. So I just filmed a little clip. And then, was there anything else I wanted to tell you? Oh yes, so there's not going to be a video on Friday because tomorrow, I think I've maybe mentioned it in another video, I'll be going off to visit my dear friend Ashley, and I'm just so excited. I don't know if you can hear that, probably not, but that's mice. They run about in the ceiling, thankfully not in my flat, but just in the walls and in the ceiling. So can you hear that? I'm intrigued to see if it shows up in the video. But anyway, I was saying I'm so looking forward to seeing Ashley tomorrow, and I'll be having a little overnight stay at her home, and I won't have a chance to edit tomorrow's video in time to have it up on Friday. So I think what I'll do is just combine Thursday and Friday together and upload it on Saturday. I think that's my plan anyway. So anyway, thank you so much if you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed the very chill little wander around Stockbridge. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed my little sort of lunch at Soderberg. The tea was so good. I'm considering actually buying some of that, and I don't think I showed it in the video, but I'm pretty sure it's by the brand Shibu or Shibu? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen. But yes, that African winter tea, rooibos, very good. Anyway, thank you all so much, and I'll see you on Saturday.